Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to a very important video because today we are going to talk about 5 free tools which will be really helpful for you to manage your money or to manage your personal finances in the most effective and the most simple way. But today, what happened Chandu? You're right here in the beginning. Do you have any doubts?
How will I calculate the future value of my monthly SIP? How much will I have to save to buy a car after 3 years?
Let me
How much will I have to save per month for my retirement?
Wait! I mean it's not ready. Chandu, go and sit there. Oh, you all have the same questions? Don't worry. Today's video is going to be super helpful for you and all your doubts about mastering your money and mastering your personal finances are going to get sorted out today itself. So keep on watching the video till the end. So first, let's get started with the two important tools which are SIP calculator or an SIP tool and the second one is a goal-based SIP calculator or a goal-based SIP tool. Now you should know which tool is to be used when. So let's take an example of Chandu again. Now Chandu knows that he will be able to save, let us say 8,000 rupees per month for the next 20 years. But he doesn't know what will be the ultimate value of his money after 20 years. In that case, he needs to go ahead with the SIP calculator, right? Possibility number 2, Chandu knows that he has to buy a car after X number of years. We'll take the example. But he doesn't know what will be the value of that car after those many number of years. He does not know how much should he save per month so that he can meet his dream car's goal. He is not aware about that. In that case, he will have to use the goal-based SIP calculator. Still, if you feel that I need a little bit more example in detail, that's what we are going to do, and for that I'm going to take you to my website which is www.rachanaranade.com, and for that have a look at this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on financial calculators on my website and I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. Here you'll be able to see the SIP calculator. I'm just going to click on that. So like I mentioned here, Chandu was going to save how much? 8,000 rupees per month. Okay, of course you can change the amount as per your own needs. For how many years is he going to save that much amount? Let's say for the next 20 years. And because it's a 20 years investment, I'm assuming that he would put this money in something like an index mutual fund. Okay, and let's say it's a Nifty 50 index mutual fund where on an average 11.5 to 12% returns is what we have already seen in the past. So I'm just going to take that. I'm not going to take any amount extra. So let's say 12% would be the rate of interest and I would just hit submit. Once you do that, you will be able to get the future value here right away. You'll see that this will be the future value, which is going to be 79,93,183. This will be the amount if he saves how much? Only 8,000 rupees for a period of 20 years. And I'm assuming that he has invested in an index mutual fund. This will be the value. So I hope you have understood the use case of this SIP calculator. Now let me get back and let me now show you the goal SIP calculator. And if you remember here, I had told you that you know the goal. You know that this is what I need. So let's say Chandu had shortlisted a car and car's today's price is 8 lakh rupees. Okay, but he doesn't have that much money right now. He doesn't wish to take a big loan for that. And he says, I want to buy this car after, let us say, 3 years. Within 3 years, I have to have that car with me. Does he know what would be the price of that car after 3 years? No. So what have I written here? Current value of your goal. Currently, he knows that 8 lakh rupees will be the value of this car. Okay, now if I'm taking expected rate of return, I can't take 12 years here. Reason is very simple, because I can't risk out my money in an index mutual fund if my goal is kind of a short term or a very little bit medium term goal. Okay, so here it would be better if I put my money in something like an FD only, and that is the reason why I'm taking only 7% rate of return. Okay, or a safer side, I can also take 6% rate of return, right? In how many years do I need to get this? Let us say in 3 years, I have to buy the car. Once I do this, I just need to hit submit. Now, what happens here? Let's understand. Here you will see a note. Average inflation of 6% is assumed. This is the inflation in India right now. And that is the reason why I have assumed 6% inflation. What is required? A monthly SIP of 24,337 rupees will be required so that you get your car easily without taking a loan. Okay. Now, this will be the monthly SIP. Instead of SIP, I'll use the word RD or a recurring deposit so that you'll be able to meet your goal, right? Now, what is the inflation adjusted value of your goal? You can see here almost 9,57,344. So the car that is going to cost you 8 lakh today will cost you around 9.5 lakh rupees after 3 years. But you will be able to get to this. You'll be able to achieve this on your own if you do a systematic saving, a systematic investment of 24,337. Now, what is really important? Many times it happens that assume that one of my friend bought a car. My friend bought a car. Immediately I have to buy a car. My friend bought something else. I have to immediately buy something else. Don't fall into that trap. Don't fall into the trap. Oh, my friend posted this, photograph with his car. New family member added to my family. Posted on Instagram. Immediately those many number of likes. Don't fall into the trap of instant gratification. Okay, I always say that it is better to be rich rather than to look rich. Okay, if you want to buy a car, save that much money in a disciplined way. Okay, for example, if you are able to achieve this target, if you buy your own car with an SIP, with a systematic monthly investment, and if you buy your dream car after 3 years, if you make a post on your social media handle that I did not take a loan to buy the car, I bought it with personal savings by personally investing because I loved that car, I used the 50-30-20 rule, la 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 la, whatever, and then if you post a very nice picture with this explanation, I'm sure you will be guiding, you will be motivating a lot more youngsters to save and then to buy your dream asset. Now let's move on with the next two important tools. One is called as the lump sum calculator and the second one is goal-based lump sum calculator. I'm going to tell you the use cases of both. But between two shoots, one of my team members was telling that she's going to get a huge sum of money at one go. So these are, the bum category of investors. She said, ma'am, I don't want that SIP and all that. I want to put this at one shot. But I don't know that how much will be the value of this money, say after 20 years. Okay. Now in this case, what can be done? How to calculate the value after 20 years? If that is a question, for that you need the lump sum FV calculator. That is a lump sum future value calculator. Possibility number one. Possibility number two, she says that I don't know how much lump sum amount I need to invest today. Assume she's not going to get anything lump sum right now. But she says, I might have that much money in my bank account. She knows the goal. She says, I know that for my child's future education, I would need some amount. How much is that amount? I'll tell you all that. Shall I take the example right away? Okay. For that, have a look at this. So here again, we are at rachanaranade.com. I've just clicked on financial calculators and here let's continue with the goal lump sum calculator. Okay. Now let's say she knows that assume her child were to take up something like an engineering course. And today the value of engineering course is, let us say, 12 lakhs. Okay. Now she would need this money for her child's higher education, let us say after 20 years. Okay. Now, because she's going to need that amount after 20 years, can I say again it's a long-term goal? Yes. Can she again park her money in Nifty 50 index mutual fund? Yes. And for that, again, I'm going to assume a return of 12%. Okay. So, I hope this is clear. She knows that she's going to require 12 lakh rupees, but this is the current amount. So, that is the reason why we will have to inflate that amount at the rate of 6% per year. And so, first let's hit submit and then I'll explain the output. Today, engineering would cost 12 lakhs, but after 20 years, the inflation adjusted goal value is going to be 38 lakh 48,562. You should have looked at her expression right now. She's like, okay, right? But that is why we need to understand how much money needs to be put today so that she will be able to meet this need very easily. And you know what? The amount is only 3,98,968, just around 4 lakh rupees. Okay. Acha, don't take this only 4 lakh rupees. Assume she has that much money with her right now, okay? Let's say like a one-time bonus or by selling some asset, let us say she has that much money. So once she puts 4 lakh at one shot in a Nifty 50 index mutual fund, she will be able to meet this goal of her child's education. See, such an easy tool to calculate. So this is typically for those who have one shot lump sum money, but those who don't have this lump sum money, for them which calculator was important? For them it was an SIP goal based calculator. Right now we are talking about lump sum money calculators. Okay, I hope this point is clear. Let's go back to the financial calculators thing and now let us go to the lump sum FV calculator. So I'm just clicking here and like I mentioned, assume she has what? We'll take the same amount, 4 lakh rupees. At one shot she wants to invest. She needs this money again after 20 years. Acha, we'll change the amount now. Assume she has 10 lakh rupees right now. Okay. And number of years, she needs this money after 20 years. Rate of interest, assume 12%. How much money? This 10 lakhs would have then gone to 96 lakh rupees after 20 years. She is happy again. Wow. My 10 lakhs are going to be converted into 96 lakh rupees after how many years? After 20 years. But of course, inflation is also going to play its part, and that is the reason why the purchasing power of money might be a little bit lesser at that point in time. But this is how you can easily calculate the future value of your current lump sum amount. And now let's move on to our last tool, which is again a very important tool, and that is called as the CAGR calculator or the CAGR tool. That's nothing but a compounded annual growth rate. If you don't know what is CAGR, I already have a video on what is CAGR. Please don't forget to have a look at that, and then you can move on with this CAGR tool. Okay, this can be typically used when you're doing fundamental analysis, but ultimately it can also be used for your personal financial management. So first, I'll take the example of Allah Kabarat. Chandu said, this is not good. You took my example in the beginning. Then next 3-4 tools, you did not even care to bother about me. You took all examples of your team members. I want my example to come in place. Okay, Chandu, don't cry. Okay, I will take your example only. Okay, Chandu has a business, by the way. And Chandu's first year sale in his business was 2 lakh rupees. In the second year, Chandu clocked 4,50,000 rupees in sale. And in the third year, now look at his smile. He was crying just like half a minute ago. And now because his sales are increasing, he's happy. Chandu's sale has gone up to 7 lakh rupees in the third year. Now Chandu wants to know that on an average, by how much percentage did his sale grow? Okay, on an average, by how much percentage did his sale grow? For that, we require nothing but a CAGR calculator. So, year 1, how much was his sale? 2 lakh rupees. Year 3, how much was his sale? 7 lakh rupees. We have to put this in the CAGR calculator, and for that, have a look at this. So again, I'm back on our website, rachanaranade.com. I'm here on financial calculators, and what I need is the CAGR calculator. So remember, what was the first year value for his sale? It was 2 lakh rupees. At the end of the third year, his sale was 7 lakh rupees. Within how many years did this happen? For first to second, second to third. So within 2 years, his journey went up to 7 lakh rupees, right? Now I just have to hit calculate CAGR. So on an average, his sales grew by 87.08%. Now this is what you can calculate for his, this is what we calculated for his sale. Is it required that this will be only for his sale? No. Could it be for his profits CAGR? Yes. Could it be for your value of investments as well? Absolutely. So we can take these same figures. Assume that the value of your investment was 2 lakh at the end of first year, and at the end of third year, the value of your investment was 7 lakh rupees. You have to put the same numbers here, put the number of years and just hit CAGR. That's where you'll be able to easily calculate your average returns per year. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short and sweet video, which was about 5 personal financial tools which can really help you to master your money. If you want to check them out for yourself, don't forget to practice them on our website, rachanaranade.com, and the link of this website is available in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye.